Welcome, everybody. It's okay. You can still chit chat. It's not a library.
Good morning, Mark.
You on, Ken? You on?
Green lights on.
Middle button. Is the light on? All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Let's all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And ask everybody, please pause for a moment of silence to do with as you wish. Thank you. And welcome to this commission meeting. Today's date is December 17th. The commission is in full attendance. We'd like to welcome for the first time in an official commission meeting on a Tuesday, Ken Cox. Ken, welcome to the 2nd District seat. The first item on the agenda is the approval of previous meeting minutes, those being from December 10th.
Motion to approve.
I will second that motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And we have approved. I don't believe anybody's requested discussion items today, Amanda, so we'll go right to the action items of the day, those being the commission orders for consideration. The first one being commission order number 2024-437. This is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a 2025 PEP license and trade secrets agreement with Personnel Evaluation Incorporated. This is for the Sheriff's Department as they evaluate potential employees. They need to, and TJ Major Wild / acting sheriff this week. And you, if you want to speak to this, you certainly can, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, again, it's a cost of $150 for each achiever and then $250 for each executive achiever in the processing aspect of this. So I'll entertain a motion accordingly.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Boland, second by Commissioner Cox. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And we have approved. Commission order number 2024-438 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of a proposal of insurance from Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, LLC, through Evanston Insurance Company for professional liability insurance. This is liability insurance for the health department. And I don't see, there's Tony. You want to speak to it, Tony?
Yeah, so it's the same.
Please come forward so you can be heard and seen respectively. People know who you are.
Yeah, so it's the same proposal as the previous year. There is a slight 2% raise in the cost. It's $137.55 more, but we have that in the budget and we anticipated it going up. So it's for the nursing side, the liability insurance.
Super. Thank you very much. Thanks everybody on the health department for what they do, especially this time of year. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion for approval by Commissioner Boland, second by Commissioner Cox. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we have approved. Commission order number 2024-439 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of an EMS desktop application purchase agreement with SEM Applications Incorporated. That's estate management software for the Public Administrator's Office.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Boland, second by Commissioner Cox. All in favor say aye. Aye. And we have approved. Commission order number 2024-440 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of statements of work with Sikich LLP. This is for our audit and our auditor's office. Auditor Gibson here to wish to speak on this at all. Oh. Thank you.
So this is the authorization of the statements of work with Sickich. We went out for bid for audit services this year and they were the top bidder. And so they will perform our financial statements for the next 3 years.
Super. Thank you very much.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Bowen, second by Commissioner Cox for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Excuse me, I'm crunching a mint. Commission order number 2024-441 is in the matter of approving and authorizing execution of an employee tuition reimbursement agreement for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Major Wild?
This is an agreement that we use for a.
Got to come hither. I know you're a great speaker. We want to really witness it by the microphone. You've got the gun.
It's a reimbursement program that the sheriff uses, and this agreement just allows him to sign on the commission's behalf to retain employees.
Super. And it's helpful in our education, retention, and employment agreements as well.
Mhm, for certain.
Super. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you, he wanted to go more. I know he wanted to say more.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion for approval in a second. Motion by Commissioner Bowen, second by Commissioner Cox. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We have approved. Next is Commission Order number 2024-442. This is in the matter of awarding the contract for the construction of foundation and building shell to CD Contractors Incorporated for the Franklin County Highway Department. Jim, you wish to speak to this?
Like that. Thank you very much. Good morning. We're looking at the building for consolidating all of our forces, our equipment, and our manpower to one location. We've done a lot of work and discussion about the positive aspects of this, since we are eliminating rock roads throughout the county. By the end of 26, we will have all of the roads outside of the ag areas all paved. So we are changing the structure of how we maintain roads and consolidating all of the manpower and equipment in one location makes it a much more efficient operation. And that's why we promoted this, and that's why we're here today.
Super. Thank you, Jim.
Thank
Appreciate it.
Motion to approve.
I will second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Opposed.
And we have passed. Relative to this project, I understand that, you know, there's been a lot of discussion relative to the consolidation of our highway structures. Right now we have two, one in the east, one in the west, and we're going to consolidate them into one main structure with which, you know, we continue to grow and evolve. And it's imperative that we make decisions that prioritize efficiency, sustainability, fiscal responsibility, and this opportunity lies before us. That's why we made the decision to do this. This is absolutely the utmost heartfelt decision-making process for the taxpayers of this county and those traversing through. I think you'll find when this project is complete that it will be an efficient, professional, and an incredible upgrade for the employees that are employed in our highway department. Thank you, Jim, for your leadership on this. I look forward to the great results that are going to be attained as a result of the consolidation and efficiencies built within. Thank you very much. Next is, I think, Commission Order number 2024-443. This is in the matter of public notice for a public hearing on the proposed budget for the fiscal year 2025. This will set the hearing date for Thursday, January 2nd at 9:30 a.m. So we can get the budget implemented potentially and put in place for the year 2025. I want to thank Commissioner-elect Overschmidt as well as Commissioner Cox for coming in advance of their official declarations as commissioners, but I want to thank them for coming in and reviewing the budget with us and going through the process, and the auditor for taking time to do so. It's very important that budgets that we are given be at least reviewed and understood in advance, and I thank you both for taking the time to do so. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to set that hearing for January 2nd.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion for approval and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we have approved that January 2nd hearing date. Next is Commission Order number 2024-444. This is in the matter of approving the consent agenda and all the items listed thereon. They consist of liquor licenses for Bar 1891, Gray's LLC, Ozark Viking Meadery LLC, McKelvey Vineyards, and Sip on Main / Piccadilly, as well as prosecuting attorney fees, county clerk fees, and recorder of deed fees for November of this year.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Boland for approval and a second by Commissioner Cox for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and we have indeed approved the consent agenda. Next up on the agenda is elected official and department heads reports. Any elected officials wish to address the commission today? Any department heads have anything to bring to the commission's attention today? Commission discussion.
I have none.
Ken, you have anything?
I do not.
I took the time yesterday, as well as Commissioner Cox and Commissioner-elect Overschmidt, to attend newly elected officials training in Jefferson City. Whereas we had over 100 plus attendees, 100 plus new county elected officials, new being first time ever. And that speaks to the level of turnover and desire for people to serve in the state of Missouri at the county level. And one thing's for certain: when we all gather together, ideas are exchanged, we become educated, more efficient in our ways, and best practices utilized. So it was a good experience yesterday. I want to thank the Missouri Association of Counties that we are members of for putting that on. Now we'll get right to the good stuff, the favorite kind of stuff. What we have here are years of service recognition, and we'd like to recognize these anniversaries on 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 plus years of service. Just kidding. But we want to make sure we bring to the attention and recognize our valued employees. The first of which is Lieutenant James Harden. Lieutenant Harden has been with us 20 years at the county level. Is Lieutenant Harden present today, or is he working, saving people and protecting the citizenry? Oh, okay. You put it so.
He wouldn't let it.
You wouldn't let him, boss, huh? All right. Next is, let's see, Sherry Zeiser, 10 years of public service. Sherry, come forward. Service to us, and we look forward to the next decade. All right, thanks, Sherry. Appreciate it. Not in any particular order here. I'm reading these things as we go. I'll try to go levels of service down. Sherry was a 10-year. Right now we have Rhonda Parks. Rhonda has been servicing this county for 10 years of public service at least. Come on, Rhonda. I say that tongue in cheek, Rhonda, but Rhonda, I'll tell you, has been one heck of a payroll clerk for this county, and she touches every employee. And that's really a valued position. I want to say thank you. Next is Deputy Chris Walker. Chris has given 10 years of his life to the law enforcement side of this world. Chris, come on up.
I can do it.
Give it up. Stay safe.
Getting your exercise.
I'll tell you what, this is great cardio. My wife would be proud. Next is, oh my goodness, did I skip a 15-year job? Sergeant Eric Wagner, 15 years for the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. Thank you. And next is Deputy Kenneth Posey, 10 years, a decade of his life given to the citizens of Franklin County. And staying in the law enforcement cycle of life, Deputy Chris Neese. Chris, 5 years of service to Franklin County. We look for about 50 more. Now, still in the public safety aspect of things, but going to roadways, we'd like to recognize for 5 years of public service as Administrator of the Highway Department, Jim Grutch. Jim? Decades. It's a great country. Thank you. Oh, yeah. All right, with that, that is all for the agenda of this official commission meeting today. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
I have a motion for adjournment and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. We've concluded. Stay tuned. County Clerk Tim Baker is going to be doing some swearing after this shortly. Thank you.